Hello learners, today we're going to be talking about loops. Now, you might be thinking about hula hoops or rings or circles, but loops have a different meaning when it comes to coding. So anytime you see a pattern, whether it's a color pattern, or maybe it's patterns of what you see in a house. So it might be window, wall, window, wall, window, wall on the side of a house. Or you might see patterns in numbers, like you see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Those are all even numbers. We add 2 to get to the next number. These are all examples of things that we repeat over and over and over. And when we repeat a step over and over again, or a set of commands, this is called a loop. And so in coding, when we notice a pattern, like maybe they have to go in a square, or maybe it's they have to go up kind of looking like a set of stairs where it's move up, turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward, turn right, move forward, turn left, move forward, turn right. Those are examples of commands that we see over and over and over again, which we would call a loop. Another example of a loop that you might commonly see in Scratch Junior might be if you need your sprite to do a different dance, or maybe change colors in terms of their costume, or maybe you want it to move different places and that movement is repeated, like back and forth. Like maybe you wanted to make it so that your game that you could do would move your sprite and jump over the jump rope. Or maybe it's a dance party, which we're going to be trying to do as one of your options, that has a dance move that repeats. So we're going to look at how Scratch Junior uses loops to be able to perform code so that its sprites do different things, and how you can use that in your coding as well. Hello engineers, as we talked about, a loop is a set of directions and sequence that repeats over and over and over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to see if we can make our Scratch Cat dance. So we're going to give him a little dance party. So I'm going to click the I'm going to click the background, and I'm going to choose a stage, check mark. And so I'm going to put him in the limelight. And so to make him move, what I can do is, if I choose the events, the yellow, and I could choose whenever I tap on the screen or whenever I press play, those are some good options to do. What I can do is I can click on the loop area. So this is the different types of conditions that I can do. And so the loop button looks like this. It's orange. It's in the orange set of blocks. And I'm going to make my character move forward to, move right to, and then move back to. And I'm just going to make that do that 4 times. See how I can make him move all over the dance floor? Well, I don't want him to do that. I want him to maybe put some space in between. That way it looks real. I'm going to make it do like break, break. And then I'm going to do another break like that. Oh, let me change that to 3. And so that works a little bit better. See how he spaces out his movement a little bit? It's not just running back and forth and back and forth. Well, I don't want him to do just that. I can make him bigger. And then smaller. So we can try that. So he looks like he's going forward and then going back. I could even use the forward blocks and make him rotate so he does a flip. So I'm going to make him do 12, so it flips a total of 12. And what that's going to do, that 12 number is actually a full circle in our code. So watch what happens. And see how the loop button makes it repeat. And I could change it so that I can click on the number and I can repeat it 9 times. I can repeat it once. I can repeat it twice. I'm going to keep it at 4. I can even do the hop. And we can show that. And so I can use a loop to do any number of things to make my character do different actions. So I could do, I could look at the dance moves that they did in this activity. So I could see what they did. And so they created music. Hey! And so I'm going to stop it. So I'm going to stop and see how it's looping. You can make it so that at the end of the 2 loops, you see how it has in this script, in this scene, it changes it to the 3rd scene after our loop. So you can make it do different stuff. So watch this. Hey! And notice this one has loops in other loops. Wow. So you can take a look at those examples as well in the sample projects that you see in the question mark when you're creating your own stuff. So that is how we use loops in our coding. Our next slide goes through the coding game, which is loopy patterns. And then our final tip, after you do the Class Dojo assignment, you are going to be working on you're going to choose one of 3 projects to do in Scratch Junior to play around with this.